Hi, friends. We're higher than the clouds. So this is actually Palm Springs, like right here. This is what we were looking at last night. You can see kind of the sun reflecting off of some roofs over there. All right, I'm procrastinating climbing this hill right here. But anyway, so today we are going to be doing a section that has been closed for, I think, many years. Somebody said like 2013. I don't know how accurate that is. But apparently there's a landslide, and I think there might have been a fire. So it's supposedly a little treacherous. So we'll see how that is. Also, in addition, in the San Jacinto wilderness, apparently there's bears and an active mountain lion around here. So, yeah, interesting. I told my mom there's no desert bears, and apparently there are. So, because this is technically still the desert section. Here comes Kyle. Looking good. Ow, ow! You don't know the value of water until you have to go 1 mile off trail to get it, downhill and climb back up with the water to keep going. This is not my favorite, but every water source on this trail is this way, and this one at least is a gradual climb. The next one is like a half a mile, but it's 500 feet climb, so this is a little better at least. Little stream. Oh, it's cute. I'm really hangry. Like, this 1 mile was a half a mile, very steep, and then some flat. So it's gonna suck to climb back up. This is kind of a cool little alcove, though.
All the cedar trees.
Are those cedar?
That's why it's Cedar Spring.
Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense. So this is cedar right here, this rotting log.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, lovely. So we didn't bring our packs down because we thought it would be like a nice little gentle stroll, and I only brought one trekking pole, and it's gonna be terrible. So Kyle actually had to hold his bottles, and he didn't want his trekking pole anymore, so I'm gonna use 2 trekking poles, and I can't hold water bottles while using trekking poles, so it actually feels pretty nice. It's nice and refreshing and cool. So yeah. Gives a whole new meaning to the phrase jugs. I don't know if you can see this on video, but this is super steep and like going straight up. Going from like right there, it's got to be about 3 stories, just like straight up. You're just climbing it, and it keeps going. There's a ton of these pretty flowers too on this little path. I'm pretty sure I have this planted in our yard. I think it's some sort of carpet phlox or something like that. PHLOX. How do you like my jugs? It's actually quite refreshing. As I was climbing up with all my water, I was thinking about what I was going to have for breakfast, and I decided on this. Ranch tuna with half an avocado and chili cheese Fritos. Oh, I'm so excited to eat it. This actually looks really good. Oh, don't drop it. Then you just said that to the camera, now everybody knows. I wanted to show you Kyle's feet socks. Look at them. Aren't they fun? It's actually cold enough in the shade here that I had to put my jacket back on because I was getting a little chilled. So we have some up and downs today. It sounds like we have 1,000 feet down in 2 miles and then 1,000 feet up in 1 mile, 1.5 miles. So, yep, it's gonna be a fun day. And that climb up from the water was terrible. I'm still mad about it. Like, I ate and I'm still hangry about it. Never seen so many ants in one place. How come out of that tree hole? Well, so that's the ants. This is where we took our break. This is quite the dead stick area. It's nice and cool and windy here. We're doing a little bit of a descent. Hopefully I don't fall. These bushes look really shimmery and silver. This is our view before our 2,000 foot descent. Is it 2,000 or 1,000?
1,000.
Oh, I mean 1,000 over 2 miles. It's actually really beautiful. It's like there's desert over there and then like mountains and pine trees over there. Alright, look at this pretty lake. Very cool. Alright, so we have 30 miles to the San Jacinto peak. We have to go down a ton and then back up these mountains, and according to World Peaks, I think the peak of San Jacinto is about right there. Right there. Wherever the tallest spot is. Do you see it? There's a very angry hummingbird around here. Do you hear it squeaking? It must have a nest.
Oh, it lands right there on that branch out there.
Where?
See the red?
Oh yeah.
What's that red from?
I don't know. I don't know if you can see it. I'm trying to figure out what stick it's on. Did it fly away yet? Oh. Reminds me of the hummingbird from Pocahontas that like always yells at, what is it, the raccoon? Alright, it's still just hanging out, watching us. You see it? Cute. It was like dive bombing us. It was real angry. We're basically jumping down all these rocks. There's like trail, rocks to go down, trail, rocks to go down. Now I'm stuck under this log.
Natalie had trouble getting underneath this log that stands about 4 feet from the ground. Now she can't get up. Walking is hard enough. Getting up is another thing.
Well, my trekking pole is even too tall. I'm like a turtle.
This is pretty fantastic. Let's watch her roll around in the dirt a little more and snort.
Okay. I made it. Oh, I'm so funny. Look at my leg.
I'm a horrible recorder. I was like looking at the ground half the time.
Look at these charred trees. They're like super charred. Ooh, look, it's like hollow. Weird. All of these trees are like charred. This was delicious. I will definitely be buying this again. And they have other flavors. Okay, here we go on our climb. I found this umbrella in a hiker box, and I'm seeing if I would rather hike with an umbrella or not. I look really weird without a hat now, though, in this video. I'm about halfway up the climb. This umbrella helps a lot. I don't feel like I'm melting, But then again, we're not like in the desert, so we'll see if it helps there too. The only thing is I get caught on some trees when they're too close to the trail, so that's the one downside of having an umbrella. And then also the wind. I'm a little worried about the wind taking it, so. We took a break and I must have put my bag in an anthill because there's like hundreds of ants on my bag now. Lovely.
Hopefully they're not in your bag.
I don't really have much open food. I feel like they just come out when I hit my bag. Look at this path is just made with stacking up a bunch of rocks to fill in some voids. That's where I'm going next. All right, we saw some beautiful views today, but it was a really hard climb. And I'm exhausted, and I've had just a hard day because I feel bad about not being able to do more. We only did 10 miles today, which, you know, is still pretty good with the elevation, but we're not in as good a shape as a lot of people who are starting around now. So I don't know. It was kind of a sad day. So we're going to bed at like 6:30, 7 o'clock, maybe 7:30, but super early.